Good afternoon and welcome to my garage. Last night, as I was going to bed, I started scrolling through Facebook Marketplace. Now, as some of you know that watch my channel, I did just score a Sato FA150 engine that basically brand new off of Facebook Marketplace. So I've got a renewed interest in looking at that place for RC deals. And I think I found a pretty good one. So what I'm going to show you today is what I found on Facebook Marketplace. Just picked it up, just unloaded it, and all of what you're going to see here I got for $75. And I'm going to turn the camera down, show you an overview of all the items, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer because I don't even think I've looked through all of the little drawers and bags and everything to see exactly what all I got. But there were enough images on the ad that made me say, this is interesting, I think I'll do this. And the ad just said, RC stuff, make offer. So I was like, okay. I made an offer, $75, and it was accepted. So let me show you what I got. So here's an overview shot of what I got. First of all, it's a Hangar 9 P51 Mustang, a flight box, and a bunch of other things. This blue pack here is not part of the deal. So it's just the flight box, wing, this box, and the P51 Mustang that has a radio, servos, and engine. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can lower this camera and get a better angle so I can show you all these things that I got here and look at all of them myself also, because I think for $75 I got a pretty good deal. Now obviously those of you that have watched my channel long enough know that I'm not flying and I don't really not interested in this airplane, but all the other equipment, all the other items that came with it were really of primary interest, primarily the engine and some fueling equipment, and well, we'll go through and see all that stuff. Okay, so first is this Hangar 9 P51 Mustang. Let me turn my LCD screen so I can see what I'm doing here. It's not in bad shape, it's a little dusty. I mean, it could be made to be airworthy again. The fellow that got rid of it was saying he was having issues with the controller, but that was years ago. Now it has a JR R700 receiver in here. It's a 72 megahertz FM slimline receiver. All of the servos in here look brand new. I mean, and so the thing that with this, and the thing that I like about it is it's got a nice fuel tank in there too. I believe that back years ago, and I don't know how many years ago it was, that this was probably packaged, maybe not the radio, but the ARF itself and the engine, I believe, was packaged as a complete deal, and I'll explain why I believe that here as I go through some of this stuff. But on the nose of this airplane, let me get a little bit closer here, is an Evolution engine. And this is what makes me believe that this was part of what makes me believe that this was part of a pre-purchased deal where it came like this, because it's already mounted on here. It's got this engine doesn't turn over at the moment. It's got this flywheel on here that leads me to believe that this is some kind of a trainer setup. I've seen these Evolution engines before. I had featured a couple of them. The thing that I don't understand is it says Alpha on here, but it doesn't have designation, so I'm assuming it's probably just a 40 or a 46. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's locked up, but these JR servos in here look brand new. The fuel tank, he said he flew this, but it doesn't look like there's any residue of anything in the fuel tank. So I'm excited about, silly me, I'm excited about the fuel tank. The engine, obviously I'm not super excited about the engine because it's really not that good of an engine, but that's part of what we're going to check out here. So here's the wing, and it's set up for flaps. So it has flaps. Apparently it's got two servos in here also, which is kind of cool. So I mean, if I ever had a need for servos again, I've got them right here. So that's the wing. And here's another thing that leads me to believe that this is a trainer, supposedly marketed as a trainer. See these leading edge airfoil extensions? I think this is something indicative of what I had seen them doing. Whether these are installed properly or not, I don't know. As it increases the lift, so that it's a little more docile. And I think this is kind of one of those silly ass things. They make them clear so that when you're flying, people can't tell you're flying a plane with training wings on. But anyway, that's, you know, in the day that was probably a pretty nice little Mustang. I think I might have to change my angle here a bit and get down here a little bit closer. Maybe zoom in a bit more on the box here. And make sure I keep what I'm going to show you right in the frame there. So here's the cowling for the Mustang, obviously. Canopy, belly scoop. So far I've only seen this one screw. I mean, this airplane probably could just be given away. So here is the spinner for a 3-bladed prop, which is here. And this will, I have to admit, this will be the very first 3-bladed prop I've had in probably 25, 30 years. I mean, I've never really flown with 3-bladed props before. And it says Evolution on it, so it's clearly, it doesn't have a size on here, but it's clearly designed to be run with that engine. So when I do run that engine, get it freed up, open it up, and look at it and everything, I'll be running it with a 3-bladed prop. I don't know if I'll be using a spinner or not, but I'll be using a 3-bladed prop, so that's kind of cool. Also, it's a 12.6 master air screw prop. This is brand new, so that's kind of nice. Here's the instructions for the engine NTNX Evolution Series user guide. This one shows 100 on here. On the one I've got, it just says Alpha. Alpha, the symbol Alpha. So I have no idea what the displacement of that engine is. It's probably a 40 or 46, like I said. So here's the instructions for this thing. Here's a radio, JR XF421. In fact, I believe it actually even turns on. I believe I even had a 421 radio. I think I need to remember to put my stuff here so you can see it. 421 radio. It turns on. It's got some juice. So that's a nice. I mean, if you were flying, that's a nice little thing. Here's something that I like, and I've been using somewhat recently. Is a chicken stick. So the funny thing is, I had one of these exactly just a month or so ago, and I was using it and it broke. So these things are really not very well made. Other things in this bag, which are of note to me anyway, the exhaust for that engine. Again, the size of this exhaust just indicates that it's a 40 size. Really nothing else in this engine or in this bag of any note. Some screws and the stuff for the cowling. Here we go. We've got a Hobbyco Top Fueler Mark II. So this is a 6 to 12 volt electric fuel pump. So obviously I fuel a lot of things. I can always use a pump of some sort. I don't normally use an electric pump, but you know, what the hell. Maybe I will. Got a fuel filter on here. So anything that's fuel related is always of interest to me. What we have here, here's the, what's brand new? This is the power of the charge cord for the JR radio. So I'll probably be curious enough to check out what the issue is with that. Here's a receiver battery. It's a NiCad. It says NiCad 82213, so that's pretty old. 4.8, 1100 milliamp hour NiCad. So I'll probably be curious enough to see what's going on with that radio. Untangled here real quick. All right, so what have I got here? So this says it's a glow driver charger. So that would imply that I'm going to get a nice starter here, which is obviously something that's always of interest to me too, because how can I start engines without that? 4-way wrench, Velcro, I don't know why that. Look at this. brand new Hobbyco Torque Master 90 12-volt starter. I just bought one of those, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, and now I got another one, brand spanking new. This is cool as shit. So that is cool. Here's a high-tech NiCad charger. I'm not sure I know what that goes with. Here's the instructions for that radio, 5-channel computer radio, they say. I believe I had 421s. I believe I had a 421 that I was using years ago. So that's that box. I have a white box over here too. I'll pull over. And we can explore this flight box together for the first time. I think I may have to zoom out a bit here. So here is Master Caddy flight box. First thing that I saw in there that was really cool is a brand new Dubro 16-ounce fuel tank. So obviously, like I said, anything fuel related is going to score big with me. Here's a brand new 2.5-inch red spinner, 2-blade, so it probably goes with that Master air screw prop. Not sure how these fit into the mix, but we've got some Cub wheels. A couple of tools, got a little bitty screwdriver, and another screwdriver here that's got I mean, how can you go wrong with, getting tools? You always need to have some tools. What is this? This is brand new in package, Hanger 9 Trainer Link, JR to Fataba. So that's just a buddy cord for a radio. Now this does have the power panel on it also. No battery in here, but that's not a big deal. I could get a battery if I so desired. Remember, $75 for all of this. Here's where it really gets nice and interesting. Open this drawer up. What do we see? We see red and blue fuel tubing, medium silicon tubing. 1.5 foot of red and 1.5 foot of blue, 3/32 inner diameter, so medium fuel tubing. Awesome. This looks like part of these Cub wheels. What goes in here? Screws, I'm not sure what those are for. Here's the NiCad, here's the NiStarter. Team Lozy. Let's see what we've got inside here. Got a Sanyo 1300 milliamp hour nickel cadmium. So it's a NiCad. I should probably go and plug this thing in and see if their battery's any alive, because this would be ideal. I mean, even if I just have to get a replacement sub-C cell battery, always having a starter is a good thing. And what that is, some servo screws. This tweaked me up pretty good here. 2 brand new standard long Fox glow plugs. Hobbytown, USA, $3.50. $3.50. These are like the ones I just got from Hobbytown. $2.95. Wow. So I have no idea how far back these date, but they sure got nice reasonable prices on them. Let's see here, we got stuff to make alligator leads, alligator clips. Oh, this is nice. Fuel filter. So this is for the fueling station. Fuel filter, fuel nipple. So that's cool. So, and this is, I mean, I'm kind of tweaked about this. $75 for this stuff. Half of it I won't use, but the stuff I will use is good. And the thing is that that engine will make several videos, and maybe it'll be a good beater engine. So last drawer, let's see what's in here, if anything is of interest. Looks like this is another buddy cord or trainer cord of some sort. I'm not sure what these cords go to. It's got a strange 6-pin, 8-pin, how many pins is that? It's a 6-pin plug that's offset. 3.5-inch stereo plug on the end. I don't know what that is. I don't know. This is a JR. Looks like a serial cable. COM cable, serial cable for probably, you know, obviously it maybe using that to connect to a computer and do flight software or something. I don't know. Final thing it looks like here is a power cord, 12-volt charger with LED, designed specifically for use with the Hobbyco Power Core Starter battery pack. So that would kind of seem to imply that this was a charger for a remote battery that would go onto the bottom of that charger. So I don't know that I'll have a use for this, but it's brand new. I mean, so there's a lot of these items here are brand new. They've never been used. This hell is flight. It doesn't even look like it's been to the field. So I don't know how much usage any of this really got. When I looked at the side of that, the exhaust side of that engine, the side of the piston looked brand new. It looked shiny as hell. So, I don't know. So anyway, that's my little $75 investment here. $75, all of this stuff, a bunch of servos, radio that's fully functional, an engine that I will make fully functional because it doesn't look like it's been abused. It looks like it's just been not used for a long time and it's locked up. Not a big deal. So I'm probably going to see if I've got any tools in this, or at least my other tools. Go ahead and take that engine off, pull that fuel tank out, get that up on the table so we can take a quick look inside of that thing. Thank you for watching.